These are 3 of the best shoes for Achilles tendonitis. I'm going to talk you through why the features in these shoes can help reduce Achilles tendonitis pain, and as a foot and ankle specialist, I'll explain how these features influence what happens with your feet when you walk, run or stand for long periods of time. We purchase all the shoes independently for review, so buying them through the links in the description really help fund the channel without affecting the price that you pay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is heel drop. So the heel drop in the Asics Gel Kayano is 10 mils, so that's 10 mil difference in the amount of cushioning from the back to the front of the shoe. Now heel drop is one of the most important aspects when it comes to Achilles tendonitis. The higher the heel drop, it offloads the Achilles tendon during the gait cycle, reduces the stretch effect on it, and therefore can reduce the pain that you feel in your Achilles tendon. It's not only the heel drop that's important, but it's one of the key factors. So the Gel Kayano 31 is a plush cushion stability shoe. So what that means is when you apply pressure to it, you sink into it, it feels like you're walking and running on a cloud. It's really soft and it's got elements of stability, so it's a max stability shoe. So you can see this tab that sits under the arch of your foot. That's a more denser type of cushioning, so when you pronate inward, it helps to control that motion and push you back out again. They then have some nice sole flare on the outside of the shoe, so that's where the sole comes out wider than where your foot sits in the shoe. That helps to prevent you from going too far back out again, keeping you centered in the shoe, increasing the amount of contact that you have with the ground, and therefore inherently making the shoe more stable. So if you're looking for a shoe for walking and standing all day that's got max cushioning and some stability under the arch of your foot, the Gel Kayano is an excellent option. Then when we look towards a more neutral shoe, we've got the Brooks Ghost 16. This has a 12 mil drop, so it's 2 mils higher than what you get in the Kayano. It's a lighter shoe as well. So it has the DNA Loft V3 nitrogen infused cushioning underneath. So compared to the previous model, the 15, it's not as firm. It's a bit more balanced. You don't sink into it as much as you do in the Kayano. It's a bit more energy response in terms of the midsole. So when you apply pressure to it, it helps spring you back out again. So better for runs. You can use it for walking all day, and in fact it's one of the most popular shoes on the market for walking. But when it comes to running, it gives you plenty of energy return. It can be used for faster runs, more up-tempo runs, maybe not race day pace, but it's a bit of an all-rounder. It has a more stability version in the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 24, or if you're looking for a similar shoe with a bit more cushion in the Brooks range, the Brooks Glycerin 22 is an excellent option. Then when we look at something completely different, we've got the On Cloudsurfer 7. So it has 10 mils of drop in the shoe, but also has an amazing forefoot rocker. So having a forefoot rocker assists with the propulsion phase of the gait. So if we pop it down on the desk, if we just put a little bit of pressure on it, you see how it rocks back and forth. That helps to offload the Achilles as well as having a high drop. It's quite a fun shoe, so you really feel like it's pushing you forward when you walk or when you run on it. Some caveats are that if you're a little bit unstable underfoot, you've had a history of ankle instability, perineal issues, posterior tibial tendinopathy issues, you may not enjoy this shoe as much. If you have no problems with that, exclusively an Achilles issue, then the Forefoot Rocker and the high heel drop can be an excellent option. It's a little bit tight in the forefoot. It does come in a wider option. So does the Ghost and the Kayano 31. And otherwise, this is the lightest of all 3 shoes. So great shoe for offloading, super fun, but some caveats to be aware of. So you've got 3 contrasting shoes. You've got a max stability with max cushioning. You've got a neutral shoe that's a bit more responsive, and you've got quite a fun rockered shoe in the On Cloudsurfer 7. If you've got any questions on these shoes or the shoes that you own, please leave them in the comment section below. Can't provide specific injury advice, but I can give you broad advice on different types of footwear. Again, purchasing through the links really helps fund the channel. Otherwise, if you're just here for information, liking, sharing, subscribing is really helpful too. Thank you very much for watching.